all this. So while you were now working in the management office, you were saying you guys were just recording tracks. Is it who's saying oh, it's not good enough? You need to, or does Leon Silver's their in-house producer support you guys? Or what happens?
Well, our first album was produced by two of the gentlemen from Lakeside, Steve Shockley and Otis Stokes. They were in charge of everything. Our second album, they were in charge of a lot. And then there were these two guys from Minneapolis who had never produced another group, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So we were the first group that they ever produced outside of the time and got kicked out of the group for working with us. On our second album, which was very interesting, and they are also the reason why I sing, because Jimmy especially was like, Joyce needs to sing lead on a bunch of these records. And so on our second album, I got to sing lead on a couple, and I got to sing lead on their song that they produced on us called Wild Girls. And I sang a song called Convince Me on our second album. And the album was called Girls Will Be Girls. Not a lot happened with it, but we were getting more involved. And then by the beginning of the third album, I had cut the menopause track myself because Dick was like, she's out there looking raggedy with this car wash. And so let me give her a producer contract so she can be like a house producer. And so I did the menopause music, bass and drums, and I took it to Bernadette, who has an amazing personality. Mm-hmm. She's a great writer. And I was like, here's this track, do something. She delivered. And when he heard that, he was like, okay, you guys can do most of your own stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you came up with the music and then she wrote the track, or how did you work?
Yeah, she did the lyrics and the melody. I know I was looking good, just all of that, all the female empowerment stuff.
Oh, that's what she is.
Yes.
Okay.
So I did the track, the music, and I gave it to her and she nailed it. Yes.
Wow. At the time you were there, were the deals still around?
The deal hadn't gotten there yet.
Oh, they hadn't gone there. Oh.
No, Midnight Star was there.
Oh, yes, I love Midnight
and
Star.
And us. And on our third album that we produced they produced a couple of records.
Okay.
Which was Meeting in the Ladies' Room.
Oh.
And yeah, and a song called Love Bandit. Now, what's interesting about Meeting in the Ladies' Room, when they first did it, the version that you hear now isn't exactly what was done, because Mr. Griffey heard it and he was like, Joyce, go in for a day and make this a little more like the menopause, which I had already done. And then he wanted Bernadette to do some talking on it. So she went in with a remixer named Lil Silas Jr. And it's
MCA Records, yeah.
Yeah. So it was always a great record, but we put the hype and we added vocal parts and sing-along parts that weren't there on the original. And so to give it what was the new Klymaxx sound? Because basically Bernadette and I were creating that sound. And then you add Len Malsby, who plays piano and who wrote our biggest record of all, I Miss You, which I sang, but she wrote that record.
Oh.
And yeah, and all those were on our third album, the one that really took us over the top.
Strange enough, because I'd moved to Nigeria when Meeting in the Ladies' Room came out, and that was I think internationally, Meeting in the Ladies Room was probably your biggest hit song, followed by The Menopause. I Miss You was probably big, maybe in the US, but those two, Meeting in the Ladies Room, that was, I remember being in high school and everyone's just playing,
Cool.
Yeah, so that's what. Okay, so but at this time, when have you stopped working? Washing cars and being in the.
Yes, I stopped. When after the menopause started going up the charts, and we had work like shows, I was like, okay, I can stop this for now. So yes.
So what did your dad say when you guys had your first big charting album song? Did he?
He said he was very proud of me. He was surprised. He said, I didn't think you could do it. But he was very proud.
Wow.
Yeah.
My goodness. And so at this time, though, you said Jimmy said you should sing, because you initially we started off saying yeah, you couldn't do the acrobatics. How easy was it for you to take the singing parts? Were you confident, or did you feel?
By that time, absolutely. And Mr. Griffey pulled me aside one day. He said, "Listen, you a pop singer. Just sing like you sing. You got a good tone. You a pop singer." Okay. So I was like, yeah. So, yes, by then I had been really working and practicing. And on our second album, I got to sing a little bit, but by the time our third album came, I was like ready for all of it.
How does that? Because I remember hearing Kenny Babyface talking about when he was given the opportunity to sing with the deal. It was they weren't really happy that, well, you're not the singer. We know we're the singer. So what was did you have any of that? Because if you weren't singing and the boss is telling you to sing, it seems as if you found favor in the bosses. And
yeah, that's another story. But Lorena, who sings Meeting in the Ladies' Room, was a wonderful opening person. Lorena was like our lead singer. She was fine. She had no problem with it. And she was actually supposed to sing I Miss You, but she got sick and couldn't do it. And so I stepped in and did it. And it worked out pretty well. But nobody really had an issue with me singing.
Okay.
And that's, yeah. I mean, we had all kinds of other issues down the road, but me singing wasn't one of them.
Okay. But then, do you know if you're given a song to sing, does anyone think, okay, this is going to be a hit? Because I know sometimes, the groups think, oh, I like to sing this because it could be a hit and that could be my signature song. Does that ever happen?
Yeah, but with I Miss You, I had no idea. None of us had any idea.
Okay, so
Dick was like that record right there. But we thought the Menopause would be a hit. We didn't know it would really be a hit though, because people who create stuff, we just think all our stuff is hits.
Yeah, okay.
But we thought the Menopause, we were like, we think this one is really going to take off, which it did. And then Meeting in the Ladies' Room, after we tweaked it, we were like, whoa. But we were like, I Miss You, like, boom. We had no idea.
Wow. How does that then change when you have a single that goes up the charts like that? Does it, how does that change you guys then, or even change you personally?
Yeah, well, a couple of things happened. We were considered a pop group, so we broadened the category a little bit. We were making like maybe between $3,000 and $5,000 for a concert. I Miss You, we jumped to $15,000 a night for a concert. We were like, oh, wow, this pop thing is really something. And then we started doing shows with people like Kool and the Gang, who had broader, like more, not just urban audiences, but like, bigger pop audiences. And so that was interesting to understand, to see the difference.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, for even loving us, on which I did miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay.
They don't understand what Joyce's voice meant in all spirits.
Play it.
I mean, I love all different genres.